It's Ryan from the Centre for Healing here, and today I want to talk about the work of Angeles Arrien. Angeles was an anthropologist who used to go across different cultures all around the world, and she would see different commonalities that existed throughout these cultures, similar to the work of Joseph Campbell. One of the things that she looked at was addiction. So she went to all different cultures around the world and said, what are the commonalities in all of these different cultures in regards to addiction? Whether it be drugs, alcohol, gambling, shopping, sex, food, work, relationships. And what she found was these four things, these four commonalities, and she called them addictions in of themselves. These four life-negating addictions that underlie the addiction to all the substances and behaviors that we normally associate with addiction. So I'll talk about those one at a time. The first one is the addiction to intensity. This is where we're constantly seeking out intense experiences. When we have a very, very low tolerance for boredom, can't stand being bored. So what happens, we keep chasing peak experiences, and then when we can't get the peak experience and things are kind of mellow, we'll even chase out negative experiences in order to make us feel more alive. It can be drama, sensationalism, causing conflict, whatever it is. There's just a need for intensity there that's always there. Very low tolerance for boredom. The second one is an addiction to perfectionism. So perfectionism is the great fear of making a mistake. Perfectionism is putting all sorts of pressure on oneself to act in perfect ways. It also means we don't take action on certain things because we feel like it has to be perfect, and it never actually does feel that way. So we don't take actions on the things our heart and our soul truly desire. So that's the second one, an addiction to perfectionism, which is always being in a state of fear, by the way. All four of these are actually states of fear. The third one is an addiction to knowledge. She differentiates a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is the constant need for more and more and more information. I need to know everything. It's an actual need to control. I need to control every situation by knowing every single minute detail, which she says is very, very life-negating, and I definitely agree with her. Because there's a saying as well, it says, whatever we try and control, controls us. And I find that to be very, very true. The fourth one is focusing on what's not working as opposed to what is working. So across cultures, these people that struggle with addiction tend to always focus on what was not working over what was working. And the truth is, the vast majority of things are working in our favor. There was a 1 in however many trillion chance that we were the sperm that made it to the egg to have life in the first place. There's billions of processes happening in our body right now to keep us alive, to keep us free of illness and disease, and to keep us moving forward that we don't even have any conscious awareness of. The universe, this planet's at a perfect distance from the sun, at a perfect place in gravity, rotating at the right speed in the right climate to actually foster life. The chances are so improbable. But what we do is we focus on our partner that we split up with 5 years ago, and we constantly focus on that and have trouble getting out of our heads. So of the small amount of things in this universe and in this life that are not going well, we spend a lot of our time focusing on those. When I think about these four life-negating patterns or addictions, when I look back at my life, I can go tick, 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 tick. And with the people I work with, I can often tick 4 or maybe at the very least 3 of those patterns when it comes to people struggling with addiction. So I would like you to comment below and maybe see if that resonates with you. If you'd struggled with addiction in any form, if you feel right to share. So it's the addiction to intensity, always needing it to intense experiences and being able to not tolerate boredom. Perfectionism, always needing to be perfect, so not taking action and putting heaps of pressure on yourself to not make mistakes. Knowledge, constantly needing to control situations by accumulating knowledge and information without truly being present. And focusing on what's not working as opposed to what is working. I'd love to know your thoughts.